Hey guys, it's Bobby Legs, and welcome to another episode of Bobby Legs Loves Watches. Today I'm going to start a sub-series on my second attempt to modify my Seiko SKX. Last year on Instagram I had seen a modification of a Seiko SKX in the style of the Yachtmaster, the Rolex Yachtmaster, and I thought it was pretty awesome. And I figured, let me give it a shot. I don't know if I saw that post from like a DLW Watches or Namoki Mod, so I'm not really sure to who to give credit to. But all the parts that I bought for this modification or that modification, that first one that I attempted last year, I got it from both sites. So as you can see right here, it went terribly wrong. There's the second hand that has popped off. Um, and so in this short episode, or it's probably not going to be that short actually. I'm going to give you just a little bit brief history of some of the things that I did, and I'm going to switch out. Actually, I'm going to take out the hands and reinstall them because they're off. And look, this is not a series of best practices. You're not going to learn the right way necessarily to do things. I'm just a guy who's just trying to mod a watch, and I'm not an expert. Um, whatever tips I get from YouTube, specifically Lume Shot. That's a great resource, and also some of what Mark has done at Long Island Watch in the past. He's gone through some step-by-step modifications as well. So the first time, so this is the second Yachtmaster style bezel that I bought. The first one I snapped in half when I was trying to push um, the crystal out. The crystal wasn't setting in properly, and so I put this on that plunge pusher, and it snapped this. It was I shouldn't have done that. So this is the second one that I got. I also had bought Mercedes style hands to match what the Yachtmaster looked like, and I just couldn't get those to set. And I was using the hand setter that you kind of have to line up and then push down. So that really didn't work well for me. I just couldn't line it up. I couldn't do a proper job, and plus the tips weren't thin enough. So I bought these hand hand pressers, um, figuring that it will probably be a little bit easier, and the tips are smaller. So I think I'm gonna be able to get in there and be able to do this. I borrow this hand remover from my neighbor, um, and so I'm ready to go. So, you know, so right. So for step one, don't drop the watch. So you see, this, I had I put a sapphire crystal here, and it's all chipped up, and I ordered a new one, so I should be getting that soon. Um, I didn't want to wait till I had all the parts because I knew I would rush it. If I had all the parts, I would rush it and try to do it all in one night. And usually, the only time I could do this is at late at night when I'm tired, and that's probably the worst time to do it, in my opinion. So I don't have those parts yet. New crystal. I bought new gaskets because these gaskets are trash from me opening and closing and pushing and tugging. Um, I bought a Pepsi style um, 12-hour dual time zone um, bezel, aluminum. I didn't go with ceramic. This is ceramic. Um, let's see what else. Like I said, new crystal. I did buy a new bracelet from Strapcode. So first things first, I'm going to stop talking about my previous mistakes. I will bring them up when I'm doing things here and there. But right now, for the rest of this episode, I want to deal with replacing the hands. Not replacing the hands, but just taking them off and reinstalling them, make sure that they all line up to the 12 o'clock and hit the hour mark when they're supposed to hit the hour mark and whatnot. So I'm going to pause the video and I'll see you guys in a second. So the first thing I need to do is remove the case back. And I got this case back removal tool. None of this is going to be easy tonight because I'm trying to film what I'm doing. So there we go. You know, I have removed and screwed back on this case so many times. I really have trashed this watch. You know, if I'm a little rough or if I appear to be a little rough with it, like I said, this is not about best practices. This is my beater watch here, and there you have it. So next thing you need to do here, or I need to do, is I need to remove the stem, the crown and the stem, so I can pop this off. Again, I'm doing this through the camera here, but I'm gonna have to put on my little fancy headset goggles here too, because there is a little like lever, right, that you need to push in so that you can remove the stem. Now you kind of have to unscrew it, the crown, and pop it out as much as you can. Okay. And then there is like a little lever, little guy that sticks out here somewhere. And again, I am kind of doing this with yeah, there it is right there. So I have to set this down over here a little bit and push down. Let me pause the video real quick, guys, because this is a lot harder to do on camera. Hold on. So right here, there is a little indentation, a little divot right there, and you're supposed to, let me see if I can somehow keep you guys on camera and do this. And then pulled it right out. So it wasn't pretty, but that's what you need to do. And trust me, there's guys out there on YouTube who have a better setup than I do, who can show you how to do that in a better way. But yeah, so now all we need to do is just drop the movement. Okay, well, sometimes it doesn't want to come off, and that's okay. So we're just gonna pry gently off. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Yikes. I'm not the smoothest guy in the world when it comes to this, but and there we have it. There we have it. So now I'm gonna switch camera position. So I should probably point this out, and I'm not, again, I'm not a beacon for best practices, but I should be wearing gloves, and this should be a way more sterile environment here. So, you know, don't kill me too much here. I'm just trying to figure this out, and you know, I don't mean to disrespect the watch. But you know, if I'm gonna learn how to mod, you know, I'm probably gonna break some eggs. So I want to remove the hands, and I got the hand remover here, and in one fell swoop, okay, and that came off pretty easy. Now I want to make sure that I want to get that day to turn. I want to catch it right at the moment where it turns from the 4 to the 5, like right there. And I think I did it too quickly because I was talking, but um, let's do it again and see if I could time it right. And then I want to set my hands to 12 o'clock once I get that done. So I probably should have kept the hands on, but here we go. And let's just do it ever so slightly, because I want to make sure that the minute hand gets to the 12 o'clock position and that day turns as close as possible. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, and you know, I've definitely done some damage here I assume to this watch. So so let's see if I can grab this here. So this I may actually have to stop the camera in order to do the second hand, because this is a little bit tough to do on camera. So let me just put this on pause, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. After I reset the Seiko stock hands on the SKX, I wasn't really happy how it turned out, and that second's hand was mangled. So before bed, with no camera and in a much more relaxed state, I put on the Mercedes hands that I had bought. They weren't as mangled as the stock Seiko hands that I had on before, and it turned out pretty okay, I think. Now it's pretty close to lining up perfectly, give or take. It's not perfect, but it's close. It's close, it's fine. It's fine for this, for a practice, for practicing my modding skills. So as you see here, it gets pretty close to the midnight strike, you know, just a few minutes before, and you know, for now I'm okay with that. Anyway, guys, just a quick wrap up here, and I know this video ended up going longer than I anticipated, so sorry about that. Future videos on this sub-series will be a much shorter videos. So have a good one, and I'll see you guys in the next mod video.